Welcome to Beyond That. I'm Jennifer. This is Mary.
Hi.
We're going to do another broadcast today. The overall theme of Beyond That, and its meaning behind the name, is that we take life experiences, questions, and take them beyond the dogmatic perception that we have of the experience or the question. So we kind of take it beyond our brain, and we give it up to the spirit world and let the spirit world just kind of bring in expanded thought. Of that, I actually came into my salon today and found a mysterious place message on the floor. I have a message box to where my dog actually goes and retrieves personal or messages for clients who come in. And when I left last night, the message was not on the floor. So I opened the door today, this message was on the floor, and I am going to read it because it's probably going to end up aligning with whatever message Mary pulls out of the bucket today.
Yeah.
And it's something extremely powerful to think about, especially in these times, because we're going through some woo-woo, crazy times. And our consciousness is about the only thing that's going to pull us through any challenge, upset, thought, or experience that we have. So the message that was on the floor for all of us today is, I would rather be different, unorthodox, and controversial than be a zombie cloned from someone else's idea of what is normal. And that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Because we have so many people now rising up to, they don't want to be in the dogmatic mindset anymore. They don't want to be a dead zombie. They want to be, use their brain, use their power.
Yeah. And not be a sheep.
So I would suggest, in a spiritual manner of self-help, I suggest writing that message down and posting it on your mirror, by your coffee pot or somewhere, and just kind of read it every day, so that way it helps you stay in truth. Everybody's truth is different because their truth is based on their experiences that they have in life.
Mm-hmm.
But now more than ever, we are being forced to just deal with truth, like it or not. And truth kind of hurts sometimes. It's not easy, but that's besides the fact. Truth is truth. And that is the only thing, especially in a spiritual context. Truth is the only thing that will set you free.
Because we know we live with all these lies that are being told to us. Mm-hmm. You don't know anymore what's the truth, what's, with media and so many things.
No, and pretty much at this point, you can guarantee pretty much everything is a lie. And we've gone through 8 months now of really waking up to pretty much everything we've been told is a lie. Mm-hmm. We're realizing, oh my gosh, what we thought really wasn't true, or what we think we know isn't true, and
what we believed for so long.
Forget it.
And you feel dumbfounded.
I know. So a lot of people are floating around a little empty and confused because of this transition that we've been going through from lies to truth. But this message will help you ground into.
And maybe we can read it again at the end.
Yeah, I'll read it again at the end. You'll have to remind me.
Yeah.
But that is a big focus that is going to help us with the times upcoming. And I will throw a brief one in there about the times upcoming. October, planetarily, is going to start bringing in massive awakenings as Pluto comes back into alignment. It will scatter and appear and reappear the energy, but on November 15th, I think it is, November 15th, Pluto will be raining its energy, which is death, rebirth, transformation, generational upheaval. In November that will start, and it will last for 20 years. Mm-hmm. So the more mindset and consciousness that we can get into as not following dogma, going with your own truth, and if you don't know the truth, talk to people because they've had experiences that can help you at least open to the truth until you have your own experience.
And your intuition is so important.
Yeah, your gut is the only communication system that you should be going by. But anyway, okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, Mary's going to pick a question that has been submitted from, and Callie's going to help her. Callie.
Oh, Callie. She gives love and she needs love.
Mm-hmm.
She's so sweet. Please tell me again about Satan stealing souls from God.
Oh, that's
the battle and how God's perfection reigns in all things.
Okay, so here the message is gonna come to full fruition on this question. Okay, tell them again about Satan and how Satan does not steal souls from God. Is that the question?
Yeah, please tell me again about Satan stealing souls from God.
Okay.
The battle and how God's perfection reigns in all things.
Okay, so this was drilled spiritually into every part of my body during my first near-death experience. Now, I was raised with a Christian mindset, belief system. So I always believed in the battle between God and Satan.
Right.
You know, it was something until I had my near-death experience. And God, Michael, and Gabriel told me a total different story. And and it makes sense because we can logically relate our lives to it. So the way things really are on the other side, here too, but we don't catch on to it. But the way I can explain it to us here on this dimension is when someone loses their house, their job, their money, they're penniless, they get cancer, they lose a child, or something horrible and upsetting happens to us in this life. The first go-to is to blame Satan. Satan's doing it, or Satan's got me and he's trying to steal my soul from God. That's the first go-to for religious trained minds. However, it may sound bad, but our human species is not the most intelligent thing in the world. We're not the brightest tools in the shed. So we do need kind of a butt whooping to get us to wake up. I was shown that there's a force of energy, people call Satan, devil, whatever, beast. That original energy is from Lucifer, God's first angel, the angel of light. And all that energy, every angel has their job to do. So if Satan, devil, Lucifer, whatever, is governing earth, its job is to create havoc and chaos and suffering and all this stuff. That's its job. And I will say, Satan, Lucifer, the devil, does his job very well. Because we go through some shit here, this is not an easy dimension. So Satan's doing his job well.
I think that's why people say hell on earth.
Absolutely, hell on earth. But, so, not only do you have to respect it's God's angel, and God has compelled him with this job, or it, we bypass accountability. We're very easy to blame someone else and not take our own accountability. So when we fall from grace, fall away from God, and we're all ego, and we got our money and our houses and our cars and everything's perfect in the world, we don't really think about God that much. But you will definitely think about God if you're on your knees and face in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
So, Satan comes in, does his job, kicks your butt, gets you down in the gutter.
Humbling.
What's the first thing most people do?
Call out to God.
They call out to God.
Amen.
They get on those knees and they're praying to God, please help me, save me. I promise I won't do this anymore. I promise I won't do that anymore.
The bargaining.
Yeah, they don't call Satan, Lucifer, devil. The first thing they go to is God. So in that I say, look at the fact. The fact is, yeah, you get your butt kicked by Lucifer, Satan, devil. But what are you doing? Lucifer's not stealing your soul from God. He's sending your soul to God through suffering.
Yeah.
He is sending your butt straight to God on your knees, begging, God, please help me. Nobody that I know of sits there and says, oh, Satan, please help me.
Right.
You know, there's no soul stealing anywhere because God created every single thing. It's all God's. There's no battle. There's no battle whatsoever because everything is God's and everything is perfectly aligned.
Sure. And
as it needs to be.
And we're told good versus evil.
Good versus evil.
Yeah.
So then I will take that down to the human level. If you really want to believe in good versus evil, angel, demon, heaven, hell, it doesn't exist over there. It does exist here in free will because we are free to either be the angel or the devil.
Our choice.
Yes, but that's what we're lacking, and what I think religions don't really focus on and teach. They want to teach the fear Satan. If you fall from God, he's going to come get you. Well, yeah, but what's the result of that? The result is he's sending you to God. And no one wants to be accountable for their own angel and demon. They want to blame someone else. They don't want to, and some people, even when they're going through trouble, they blame God. But when I'm teaching this subject, what I say is you need to be accountable for your own free will.
Right.
You're the one who's choosing to stay away from the spiritual, not listen to your gut, not listen to God, not be one in a relationship with Creator. That's you. Creator's always in a relationship with you. Us, you know.
Yeah.
It's us who say, I'm busy right now. I've got to do this. So when you're teaching the grand scope of everything, we have to be accountable for our choices. As far as I know, every sacred text I've read says that, but we forget it and we don't honor it. We don't do it. We, for whatever reason, just ignorantly bypass, okay, yeah, I think I'll just go visit God on Sunday. But you got 6 days during the week that you're being mean, you're treating others badly, you're doing things corruptly, you know. Well, that one Sunday, that's going to have Lucifer knocking on your door because you're not at one, you're not in a relationship with that creation. Ongoing.
Yeah.
And that I'm not talking about worshiping and going to church every day. I'm talking about just having a daily relationship with Creator or your angels or even loved ones who've crossed over.
Most definitely.
As long as you have a relationship with something outside of yourself, then you're still in connection with God because every Creator made everything. It's all perfect. So I think from my lesson in that near-death experience was you need to be accountable. You need to speak the truth. You need to face the truth. Are you with or without Creator, God? Are you aware? I mean, I know I can be extreme. I do go the extreme. I see a leaf floating through the air, and I know it's a message. Past 2 days, I've seen a woolly worm crossing the road in front of my car, and I'm steering to not run them over. That's a message. What do? I go right home and I look up my Native American woolly worm message. I hear a sound. I meet a person. I decide to change my mind halfway to the store that I was going to. Every single thing I do is a message from Creator and the Divine Council to me. That's what I mean. That's living with your creation. That's
being tuned in.
But it makes you busy.
Sure.
To where you can't, it's hard to function and do things here that you have to do.
Right.
So you've got to balance the scales.
Or even people that cross your path that day.
All the time, yes.
You know.
Everyone's a message.
You just get that feeling. And it's true. We have to listen.
And it's hard to live like that if you want to function in this world normally, or what people consider normal.
Right.
It's very hard to function in both worlds. So I've learned my pattern. It's easy for me because I store information very easily from that side. Half the time I don't know what it means until I have the experience, which is everybody. But I can have 10 things happen in a day in a spiritual context, and I'll remember every one. So when I go home at night, write them all down in my journal, and I meditate and I try to absorb what are the messages, what is that, telling me. On the flip side, I can remember all that, but I couldn't tell you what I had for lunch. It's so you will have a trade-off.
Sure, and what I experience, if someone does cross my path and it stays with me for the rest of the day, or like you say, a sign, or and then I almost need quiet time.
You have to
absorb
it.
I have to have quiet time, and then I find out, maybe it was because of this, or Spirit will enlighten me, and I'm like, wow. But all of that busy, we just have to make time so we can know what these signs and experiences are.
It's just awareness.
Yeah.
And like this message said, I'm going to close it and we'll take another question here shortly. But I'm going to read this again because this is, of course, what the whole broadcast is about. I would rather be different, unorthodox, and controversial than be a zombie cloned from someone else's idea of what is normal.
And what is normal?
Well, the life we have been living is not normal.
Right.
Spiritually normal. And we're all being brought to the point now is find out what your own perception of normal is.
Yes.
Hopefully it's with spirit and your soul self.
Right.
And if it's not, you're going to have experiences to learn it. Trust me, I'm like experience queen. But we have to be unorthodox. We have to be outside that box. We have to go beyond that perception of what others' ideas are. Because only then, not only can we connect with spirit, but then we become a representative of the soul and spirit and creator and all things that are good and beautiful and loving. So, you have anything else you want to
No, just
share?
find your normal.
Find your normal. Well, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Find your normal.
And you'll feel the peace. I'm a strong believer in that. When things are upheaval and, going crazy, then take that time and then it just restores you.
And just know when you do go into challenges, upsets, terrible things happening in your life, throw a little shout out to Lucifer for whooping your butt, because it's to get you to recognize God. It's get you to call out to God. It's to get you to say, I need saving. I can't do this myself.
Yeah.
I need to be connected to something bigger than me. And that's it.
Yeah.
Give thanks and honor for the way the process is, because the process is actually miraculous.
We do forget Lucifer's an angel.
Yeah, that's true.
We do forget that God gave him a job.
Well, everybody.
Yeah.
Not just Satan, devil, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael. Not just them. Everything ever created from Creator is of creators. It's perfect. We don't have to intervene or do anything. It's already done just the way it needs to be. We just need to catch up to it and say, oh yeah, you know what? We don't have to be all that. We don't have to be the one in control, interfering, or causing chaos. All we have to do is be aware, pay attention, and follow the messages.
Listen.
Okay, well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next time.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.